The movie begins in a very nice house. A cop enters the house uninvited, trying to get the attention of the people, but nobody's giving him the time of day. They're all packing for the trip to Paris. Kevin is panicking because he doesn't know how to pack a suitcase, and his siblings are no help. They all despise him, saying things like,
"You're what the French call les incompetents."
So Kevin goes to his older brother's room to ask for help, but he is also turned down as well. Then Buzz goes on to tell him how the old man outside killed his whole family with a shovel, and they say he's looking for more victims. The pizza man shows up in true 90s fashion. Mr. McCallister comes downstairs and tells this cop everything he needs to know about their house security for some reason, but now the family having their pizza dinner, and of course, Kevin had to show his spoiled nature. He asked where his cheese pizza was, and Buzz admitted that he ate the entire thing. Out of anger, he gut checks Buzz and knocks milk all over the plane tickets. Now the whole family is angry at Kevin, calling him all kinds of names, so his mom takes him upstairs. They get upstairs, and once again, Kevin's showing his privilege. Listen to this.
"I am upstairs, dummy."
So she banished him to the third-floor attic, and Kevin angrily curses that he wishes his family would just disappear. Those words hurt his mom deeply. It's already the next morning, and the family overslept, so now the whole family is scatting like roaches to a light trying to get ready to leave for the airport. The bus driver and this kid who had taken the family to the airport was sitting in their car waiting for the McCallister family. The family is finally out, and one of the older kids does the head count for all the children, but mistakes the driver's kid as Kevin. The family get in the minibus and leave the house, leaving Kevin home alone. The family starts hauling booty towards their plane gate. They board the plane without checking on each other because they were so late and the plane was about to move. Kevin wakes up and walks downstairs. He realizes his family isn't there. He starts remembering all the slurs his family was calling him, then starts doing what any 10-year-old kid would do in this situation. Go buck wild, doing whatever you want. He runs through the house like he's crazy and somehow ends up in Buzz's room looking through Bro's drawer. Then he looks up and spots Bro's BB gun. He takes it downstairs and lines up the toys to shoot. He even pulls out the R-rated movies while eating a bowl of ice cream, but gets scared when the shooting starts. Meanwhile, back in the plane, Kevin's mom realizes that Kevin isn't there with them. We get back to Chicago, and turns out that cop was actually a crook, and him and his partner gonna rob all the houses they scouted. So while Kevin was sleeping, the robbers tried to sneak into the house, but Kevin woke up. As soon as they make it down, Kevin turned the lights on in the house. The robbers assumed someone was in the house and ran away. Soon as the family touches down in Paris, they ran straight to the phone, and Kevin's mother snatches the phone from one of the French woman's hands immediately. Then it switches back to Kevin, and he walks out the house telling the thieves he ain't scared. But that courage went straight out the window when old man Jenkins pulled up with that shovel. So Kevin's mom finally gets a hold of the police, and the call lady eventually gets someone sent over to the McCallister house to check on Kevin. But Kevin is cowering in fear right now, so he is not opening the door. So Kevin's mom ends up waiting on another flight to open up, and the rest of the family decides to go on the trip without Kevin's mom since she decided to return home to Kevin.
It's the next day, and Kevin's up doing some grownish things. He then ends up doing some little kid things and climbs up to go through Buzz's stash, but in the process destroys the entire shelving. He runs off to the store to buy a toothbrush, and while he's doing this, we catch up with the crooks. They are robbing all the houses on the block. While doing so, they hear a voicemail from Kevin's dad about their Paris trips, and now Kevin's house is back on the chopping block, back with Kevin's toothbrush side quest. Old man Jenkins slams his hand on the desk and just started staring at Kevin, giving him the death glare and everything. So Kevin runs out in a panic but forgot to pay. So one of the store clerks runs after him and yells thief, catching the cops' attention. Kevin and the cop on this goose chase through downtown, but they get to this hockey rink, and Kevin slid all the way to the other side of the rink so the cop couldn't catch up. Kevin is walking back home right when the real thugs are pulling out, and they almost hit Kevin with the car. The thug tells Kevin to watch where he's going and smiled at Kevin to show he means no harm. But Kevin realized that he was the cop from a couple nights ago. The thugs followed Kevin up the street, and he started getting in the wind and somehow teleported all the way to this church where he lost him. Kevin goes back home and has to defend his house. He rigs up this makeshift mannequin challenge, and when the thugs pull up, it looks like there's a party going on inside, but it's just Kevin. Back in Paris, the family is having the time of their lives without a care in the world about Kevin. The mom is able to convince an old couple for their ticket on the plane and flies back to America. Back in America, it's time for bed, and Kevin is reminiscing about his family. He goes to the grocery store to get some groceries. As soon as he pulls up to the register, the cashier starts asking him a lot of questions. She trying to get all the details on Kevin, because why is a 10-year-old out here buying groceries by himself? Kevin goes back to the house to clean up the place, but while doing so, the thugs come back. One of the thugs placed his feet through the pet door. Kevin quickly turned on the gangster movie, then placed fireworks in a pan to imitate gunshots. The thief ran to save his life. Kevin's mom lands in the U.S. and still can't find a plane in Chicago, but a man offered to lend her a ride because they're heading Chicago. Back at the house, the thugs spot Kevin coming out the house and realize it was just this little goofy the whole time. And while Kevin is decorating his tree, he spots one of the thugs in the reflection of the ornament. The thugs scurry off and conveniently yap their entire plan out in broad daylight, so Kevin heard the entire thing. Kevin goes to Santa and wishes to have his family back. Santa gives him some candy for the road. Kevin then makes his way to the church, but Kevin ends up meeting and having a conversation with old man Jenkins. He finds out the old man is actually pretty cool. Jenkins ends up telling Kev his whole life story and talks about how he hadn't seen his son in years. Kevin told the old man to grow up and to go talk to his son, and then ended up following his own advice. He went back home to once again protect his home. Kevin configured these elaborate traps in defense of his house, so the thugs pull up right when they yelled they were coming from earlier, and Kevin was ready for them. Kevin sticks Buzz's gun out the door and pops Thug 1 dead in his meat. Then Thug 2 thought it was smart to stick his head through the door, so Kevin shoots his head. Then Thug 1 went to try the front of the house. Soon as he took a step, he slipped on the ice, falling spine first on the concrete. And then Thug number 2 went to the basement and he fell to the same fate as soon as he took a step. Eventually, Thug 1 made it to the door, but touched the handle and got his hand burned. He dipped his hand in the snow, and now he got Kevin's initials stamped on him for life. The second thug made it into the basement, and dude over here barely making it up the stairs. He steps onto this nail, then walked in to get his wig toasted off. We switch back to Thug 2, and dude caught another L stepping barefoot dead onto these broken ornaments. The two thugs eventually meet back up together, and Kevin now knows he's the real man at his house. He's calling out to him and everything. They try to go upstairs and caught 2 cans of paint straight to their foreheads. Kevin calls the police, but during the chase, they end up catching his leg. Kevin sees Buzz's spider and puts it on Thug 2. Kevin makes his way to this treehouse, and these 2 thugs decide to follow him, failing miserably. But this was Kev's only mistake. He tried to slide that last disc in and got caught slipping, because this house he went to they had already robbed, so they were waiting on him at the door. They grabbed him and posted him up, but then old man Jenkins creeped in and whacked both of their heads in the pudding. These 2 thieves get arrested, and Kevin is safe. He wakes up on Christmas morning and no one is there. Kevin's mom shows up following the rest of the family. Even old man Jenkins is having a Merry Christmas as well.